Hello everyone, this is the great Lord and Master Assorted, the Eternal, or the artist formerly known as the Great Roberto. I'm making a video today, and I'm doing it right now because I want to do it. I'm actually involved in a fast right now. I'm almost at the end of it. I started last night. After I ate my last meal, which was at 6, and I'll end it today at 6, and it's 4 o'clock now, so 2 more hours. So I'm that much into a fast. And I've been fasting like that once every 2 weeks for a few months now. This is probably like the 5th or 6th time I've done it. It's definitely a great tool for a lot of things. But I'm wanting to make it now because now, I'm going to be stressed a little bit, both mentally and physically at this point, because I haven't eaten, but fasting is a great tool for sort of, in advanced meditation, an advanced version of meditation. And I hate to say advanced because, simplest is the best usually with any kind of, daily meditation practice. But this is different because it brings to the table the element of discomfort. So, of course, not eating is definitely, uncomfortable. I mean, you want to eat, especially the more you exert. I mean, you want to eat, and you find yourself, especially, in a house full of food. It's not like I'm not eating because I don't have any food and I'm starving to death. I'm choosing to fast on these occasions with plenty of food in the house, all kinds of shit, fruit, vegetables, everything, So adding that to the mix increases the element of mental exertion, and will, so, and discomfort in the body, because knowing that at any time you can go grab a sandwich or anything to eat. Doing that, but fasting once in a while is really good for you because of the, it cleans your body out, and the mental aspect, it keeps you sharp because when you're hungry, your mind's going to be compromised somewhat. Your mind's not going to be its sharpest because of it, and because of the exertion to maintain, mental clarity. You're working your mind out too. It's like fucking, going to the gym for your mind by increasing the, load on it periodically. So it's really a win-win deal. You got the advanced aspects of meditation working for you. You got the bodily cleansing for you. You got all kinds of things working for you. Just the strength of will by doing it. You know what I mean? All these positive aspects go into this. It's just something that really should be done, periodically. I know, there's people out there who do long fasts. So far I'm only at 1 day at a time, and that's, I'm happy with that. I mean, I don't, at least at the present moment, don't see any great need to increase that, So for now, I'm happy where I am. So, but I know there are people out there who go for a week or 10-day fasts and all this crazy shit. But I don't want to do that right now. Believe me, the benefits that I have right now in my body, with all the other things that I do. I mean, I already feel like I'm, divinely blessed to live in my body as it is. So I don't really feel a great need to start fucking abusing it. Even though, I may in time move up to a week-long fast, in time, but just right now I'm happy with where I am. And that got me thinking too about other aspects of things. One of them, people always wonder, what is life all about, and what is it about karma and all this shit. Well, here's just my basic root philosophy of what I think life is all about, and what happens after you die. we obviously live here in our bodies, and for the most part, we don't remember anything else except being here and now in the moment. Yeah, we have dreams. There's a lot of, a lot of to be made for the dream world and all that goes on there. Especially because the biggest thing in the dream world that amazes me all the time is that when I'm dreaming, I have no idea I'm dreaming, unless I become lucid, which has happened like 2 or 3 times, to where I actively became lucid in the dream and then was able to control it. But that doesn't happen all the time. Usually I'm in a very, dream that is, strong and powerful, but I just won't know I'm dreaming. So I'll be living the dream experience, oblivious to the fact that I'm dreaming. It's only when I wake up, I'm like, holy fuck, or whatever happens. So, but they're clear. I mean, I might as well be alive in them. I mean, so. But the idea is that with each life that you live, and this is basically the karmic principle, but this is just my own little take on it, I guess, is that while you're living here in this life, you are building the seed for the next life in the matrix for that by your thoughts, words, and actions in this life. So if you're a good, virtuous, noble person, you're building the seeds for excellence in the next life. Just assuming you jump into a human body again, just to keep it simple, that, if you're living a good, strong, virtuous, noble life, you're treating your body well, you treat other people well, you do your best, you fucking, all this shit, you're building the seed for a better adjusted body in the next world, or conditions and circumstances of birth in the next life, based on your actions in this life. So if you're living this life and you're a cheat and you're a liar and you're a fucking weasel and you're a crooked, conniving bastard, liar, all this shit, you're fucking actually degrading the level of life that you'll be born into when you die in this world. So what I'm getting at is that when you die in this world, you're just dying from this life into the seed that you fucking built by your actions for the next life, regardless of what the matrix is comprised of. I mean, it could be Earth again, it could be another body, it could be whatever, or it could be some fucking alien concept so beyond comprehension that but your consciousness, the root consciousness of who you are, will be the same, based on how you live in this life. So if you keep being a fucking douchebag in every life, you're going to get worse and worse and worse. If you keep living, a virtuous, noble, good life in every life, you're going to get better and better and better with the incarnations, to the point, who knows, maybe one day you'll remember everything of all the lives, and, who's to say you don't, who's to say that the fucking higher part of who each of us are doesn't remember everything anyway. And that's sort of what happens when you do take mushrooms and go deep, or if you go, let me say not deep, but to a dose that's just right, I think is a better way to say it, because I think, if you go too deep, I think you're just too fucking deep to really comprehend what is really going on over there. Like my last trip's a perfect example. I think a circuit breaker blew in my mind, and a fucking fuse tripped, and I was just out to lunch. But whatever was going on was being processed, somehow, in my consciousness, but it was beyond what I could understand. But I'm still learning from that trip, even after all this. But, so yeah, I totally just lost my train of thought. I know I'm talking about a bunch of weird, crazy concepts. Nothing absolute, of course. I know it's just me thinking, and it may even be mirrors of other, concepts out there, because I know it's like basically karmic in its origins of thought. But, and some people could argue that happens through your fucking children. So you're doing that exact same thing through your children. You meet a woman, you fuck, have a kid, and well, both of your fucking energies combine to make that third child, and they're gonna live on. It's basically you. It's you and the person you found together, but in truth, you are the same consciousness anyway. I mean, the mushrooms will tell you, at some point in the mushroom trip, you get the idea that every human being that you know, every life form that you know, is all the same consciousness at root anyway. You know what I mean? So, we just manifest in these worlds with the characters that we have and the circumstances we're born into and all this shit, but that's just a piece of the same greater whole. So, if you move through the world, you're basically interacting with yourself in billions of disguises. The dogs, the bees, whatever the fuck it is you're interacting with is just you taking a different shape in a different form, but ultimately how you treat others is how you will end up being treated yourself. So it all becomes this field of just material existence, and we just come here to experience a individual life as a unique expression, but we built it by our previous life. So whatever challenges we're facing, and the things that make us act the way we do, in taking the, we all have challenges, so that doesn't mean if you have a hard, fucking rough life, it doesn't mean you're an asshole, it just means you have some shit to fucking work with. You gotta fucking get better. So if you have a hard life that requires a lot of struggle and fighting, well, maybe you needed to fucking learn how to fight, so your challenges make you who you are, and so, in this life, I'm learning to love exertion, I'm learning how to master sexual energy, I'm learning how to fucking understand the workings of the mind and how to make it as clear as possible and all this shit, treat my body well, my mind, and treat all this shit, and, explore the realms of very deep psychedelics. As far as I'm concerned, they're very fucking deep. I mean, 5 and 7 grams and 6 grams, to me, that's as deep as I ever want to go. As a matter of fact, I still have the philosophy or the attitude right now that I really never need to trip again. Not in this fucking life. I have no rush to do a psychedelic at all, except maybe someday ayahuasca. But anything else, I feel no immediate need to fucking jump right in. I'm not itching to take some mushrooms. Fuck that, dude. I honestly, I swear to you, I may never take them again after that, because I know I don't need to. Alright, I've been rambling for a while. This video could be insane, but again, I'm at the end of a fast, so I just wanted to see how I am in that state by making a video.